Hi.
Last we left you, we were heading into a meeting.
Look at everybody.
A goddamn meeting.
Yep.
We now will talk about the goddamn meeting.
We love our meetings with the brass, as they call it. The brass.
The head muckety-muck.
The muckety-mucks. The big wig type of meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot was discussed.
Should we start with what good came out of it?
What was the good?
There was one good thing.
Oh, the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, I tweeted about that yesterday.
Yeah.
But then already the Twitter fucking idiot.
Oh no! What are they? What are the?
That's
Twitter?
all I see, though. They have a problem with everything. I have a happy tweet. Happy to announce that finally, after working on this for a long time, we're gonna have an Opie and Anthony podcast available, 1 hour a week, and it's gonna be free.
What could
the next tweet? How much is this gonna cost us? Did you just read the tweet?
Fucking assholes.
That's a waste of time. Just an hour.
Oh, holy fuck.
So I just turned off my Twitter again. Now I just turn off my computer.
Are you kidding?
Then I sneak back on, hoping these idiots are gone.
Hey, Opie!
How could that tweet be a problem?
There's not one person that should bitch about that because, first of all, if you don't like it, you'd never even have to know it exists.
Right.
There's nothing there that's going to cost you money or be a problem to you. So why the bitching?
One guy actually wrote, "What channel is that going to be on?"
What?
I'm talking about a podcast,
like iTunes.
But in all fairness, in all fairness,
yeah,
because the positive absolutely outweighs the negative on the Twitter and our fan base. You know, a lot of people very, very excited about it. But then you get these just idiots. They're just idiots.
That's why
only an hour. Yeah. That's the podcast world.
Yeah.
You put an hour out there.
That's why you hear things like 95% of people surveyed, 9 out of 10 doctors surveyed, things like that, because it could never be everyone, because there's always got to be some fucking asshole that...
But we pay way too much attention to him. I'm paying way too much attention to him right now.
The
See, I'm
squeaky
guilty
douche.
Of it. Gets the douche oil.
Gets the fucking water and vinegar.
Right. Gets the summer eve. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, how is this a problem?
Yeah, it'll be free.
Because I said it was going to be free.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, my God.
How much you holding us up for on this one? Nothing.
And it's mostly geared for our purposes, geared toward people that have no idea who we are and what this show is.
Right.
But are in the podcast universe. They'll see, because I think we'll do very well as far as the charting goes.
I hope so.
And then, you get new people that'll be turned on to that and be like, oh, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah, and it'll lead to some subscriptions.
Perhaps, sure.
But it also helps out some of the people that, they've fallen on hard times and they can't really afford this anymore. So they get a little taste and a little O&A material to get them through. It's just... Always. And I understand the ones that are just fucking around and do that shit. But no, they're real people.
Yeah.
And then you got the positive, like, listeners trying to explain. Because I watch. Because I can't take it all on. So then you get positive people trying to explain to the guy, it still doesn't make a fucking difference. Fuck it. Jesus. And it'll be on iTunes and Stitcher and all that shit. And I don't know. We'll figure out all the good places. We honestly, we want to chart in the podcast universe on iTunes.
Yeah.
We want to be in that top 10 on a regular basis, and hopefully we will be.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll lead to subscriptions for SiriusXM. We're not getting a dime from it. It actually hurts our deal with Audible.
Yeah.
We do have a little deal with Audible. We get a little taste of the action there, but I think it's way more important to be on iTunes.
Yeah.
With a podcast. Way more important than the little taste we get from Audible.
Oh!
So
I love the fucking shit.
It's just...
Oh, do they fucking...
I don't understand, though, man. That I don't understand. You don't like a joke tweet or something like that. Fair enough, man.
Yeah, sure.
Not going to please everyone, but something that is so goddamn over the top positive. How is that a problem?
They're dicks.
They really
That's all it is. People are just dicks.
Yeah.
Dicks.
There's no real reason to a conclusion. They're just dickheads.
But it just amazes me.
Yeah.
I've been in the public eye a really long time, and to this day, it's
Public guy?
I've been in the public eye, and it just amazes me.
Yeah.
It amazes me. So, yeah, that came out of the meeting. I think we're going to try to get it all done for next week. We're going to try to get it all together.
Yeah, it's on the fast track. It's on the fast track.
And we thought they would only go for a podcast if we used our old material.
Yep.
Because we got, about 8 years of satellite radio material now that's kind of just sitting there. We get to it every once in a while on a holiday or
if it's been repurposed.
Or, yeah, sure. But they don't even care, so we could do an hour of the weekly show, too.
Yeah. Have something topical, newsworthy, shit like that.
So we'll mix and match, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I think it's very cool.
I think it's great. I think it'll,
I think we should have been on there right from what they say, the get-go, as they say.
Well, then you get the funny people, and I appreciate them, too. Congratulations. What's next? A website? Welcome to 2008. And they're right.
We have a MySpace page. I hope you enjoy it.
I have a good name for it.
Yeah?
Opie and Anthony, an hour of laughter.
Ooh, I like it.
Oh, I like it.
You don't think that's good?
No.
And then the rest of the meeting was just a bunch of bullshit.
It was Groundhog Day. It's Groundhog Day when we go in there because it's literally the same meeting we had.
At one point, did you notice I threw my arms up in the air and I go, "This is why I don't like having meetings with you."
Yeah, you did that, and then you also did the we've been through this.
Right.
Hope he gets exasperated. Yeah. I got it. Oh my God, I've been here.
I don't understand.
Scott Greenstein?
And then you learn, like, the guys that are in between us and Scott Greenstein are too scared to talk to Scott Greenstein. That's very obvious.
Yeah.
So then I start looking at Steve Blatter. I'm like, you never told him? We've been discussing this for 2 years. Why am I discussing this with you?
And then they go...
Because we learned yesterday at the meeting that the animation festival is a great idea.
Yeah. Apparently, we never really got that across to anybody, that the animation festival was a great fucking event.
Right.
And we should probably figure out a way to do it again.
Right.
But how many years has it been since the animation festival?
It's got to be 5 years by now.
At least 5 years. And
it has to be.
in that 5 years...
You were hanging out with Jill Nicolini, so how long ago was that?
Oh, my God. No
5 years,
idea.
probably? 4 or 5 years?
Opie, it seems like 1,000.
Oh, well, what are you going to do?
But apparently in that 5 years, we never mentioned how great an idea it was,
right,
and that we want to do it again. I don't think in 5 years we mentioned it.
Probably should have brought it up at least.
We probably should have brought it up.
And he even asked me, well, what's the cost, as far as this event goes? I go, there's no cost. You're not paying us extra money to be there.
No,
we usually get some up-and-coming comics to kind of entertain the crowd. They don't want any money. They just want the exposure. And then we got our listeners doing all the work.
You need, like, the venue. You need some AV equipment there to play the shit up on a big screen. But it's not...
But I've been told over the years that, it costs too much, this and that. And then I learned yesterday that the main guy doesn't even know. It was never presented to him.
What name did he pull out to get that together?
Yeah, that's a
great
observation from
He's got a great
Anthony.
gag. He turns to Steve no matter what idea we talk about or fucking any kind of thing we want to do. He turns to Blatter and just blurts out a name I've never heard in my life. Steve, get Lori Christensen on that one. Yeah. Get Lori Christensen on that one. And we're like, what? Who the fuck? He goes, get her right on it. She's gonna like this one. She's gonna like getting involved in it. And they're like, okay, how about we want to do something, promotion to, or we want a podcast. All right, that's a good idea. Steve, get Get Bob Smith on it.
Yeah.
Get Bob Smith on that one. He's a good guy. He's the guy that could really spearhead this one. I don't know who these people are.
It's right out of the corporate handbook.
Yes, it is.
It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
That's why I hate doing it.
I hate the meetings.
But I walked away going, holy fuck, we got the podcast done. That's definitely done.
Yeah.
I think.
I'll
believe it when I see it next week, if we get it done by next week, hopefully.
They might come to us and tell us that they'd like to, but the podcast will cost $500,000 to produce.
Jesus.
So, because of costs, we can't do it.
Well, they don't want to do the podcast because Entertainment Weekly is going to get a podcast.
Right. And they don't want to step on their toes.
He loves the fact that Entertainment Weekly has a channel on Sirius XM. I go, what happened with the wall? Because I haven't talked to him since. Since the day, like, I actually was showing him what we needed, and he goes, yeah, done, no problem.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So I go, what happened to the wall? He goes, we got these high-profile shows coming in. I need space. I go, but you told me you said yes to it.
Yeah, and
what happened?
He goes, deals get made, things happen.
Right. He has an answer for everything that just blows away your point.
But he didn't say the cost. He said deals get made, things happen, and high profile. Not it's $500,000.
Right. It was easier to tell us that it would cost way too much than probably the real reason that, they
have a show going in there.
You're lucky to have the closet that you have.
Yeah. Which was a big part of the meeting. We were talking about the studio space, the console, the size of the console, the fact that we don't have a lot of room in here.
Right.
That I have a wall right to my back, that I got to lean forward every time people go back and forth. They go back and forth a lot because they got to get to Opie to give them various things for the show.
And then they set up a camera when we have, like, the A-listers come in, and then we're stuck in our position for the entire interview because we can't move past cameras.
Can't move past cameras. There's really no fucking room in here. We're stuck in here.
Right.
So
the next morning, we just discussed this. We're like, there's too much shit in our studio, so at the very least, because obviously we're stuck with this studio.
Yeah.
Even though he gave us some kind of weird promise of, I don't know, they're working on other deals, and it's just nonsense that goes through my brain. I'm like, I just hear, I hear that throughout my day.
Yeah.
But the next day, we come into the studio after saying how the place is small and we got to clean up the clutter and get rid of some of the, clunky furniture. They added 2 big fucking giant garbage pails.
We walk in here, and much to our surprise, there are 2 garbage pails in here, which, by the way, one thing we've never asked for and never had a problem with and never addressed management with was our lack of garbage pail space.
Right. We used to have... just a tiny little wastebasket.
You had a bathroom-sized, you're in your house, the bathroom-sized wastebasket.
The one that's maybe 8 inches off the ground, tops.
Because how much garbage is Opie generating per day? And I'm not talking about what's coming out of your mouth. I'm talking about literal garbage.
Well, you would need a dumpster for that. See, he admitted it. He's useless. I told you. Oh, my God, where do I go with this one? Maybe I can find a place where it'll go viral. Oh, my God. Get a fucking life.
Oh, my God.
By the way, I throw away 2 coffee cups.
Whoa.
And 1 oatmeal little thing from Starbucks.
Did you ever go to anyone in management and say, guys, I just don't have enough garbage pail space?
I just don't get it.
They're trying to fix problems we never have.
Right.
And yet when we do have an issue,
a real problem,
it just never gets addressed. So they're fixing things we don't.
They just add new weird problems.
Yeah. So they're the biggest garbage pails.
You would see these on the city street.
On city streets, maybe in a stadium.
Yes.
In a stadium, those garbage pails.
The thing is...
in the park.
The thing is, like, up to my hip.
Yes.
It's giant, and there's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them.
You got your own.
They've cut probably out of the little alleyway you had to walk through.
Right.
Right now, they've cut probably 33% of the space you did have to walk out of.
Remember when I said that I don't have enough space?
Right.
I said I don't have enough space. So their solution to the I don't have enough space statement was to take away more space.
Yeah.
This is what we deal with around here. They can't even figure this shit out.
No. And I had a big garbage pail, but they They went with a bigger garbage.
And I guarantee this was a long meeting.
Oh, boy.
And they decided that the Opie and Anthony studio needs 2 giant garbage pails in it. For 2 coffee cups and an oatmeal thing and maybe a newspaper and whatever Ron Fez throws away.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. But, hey.
It would take us a month to fill this up.
It would be a month.
If it was just my shit, it would take over a month.
And you want the garbage in here changed every day.
Yes, because
you don't want it to stink. So
no, we're throwing the eggs out and fucking milk products and
there's fucking half a tuna fish sandwich going in the garbage. You want that for a month? Right. You want more garbage pail space, so what? You can pile more shit on top of it? No, you want a smaller garbage pail, so it has to be emptied every day. But
I walked in, I was thinking to myself, I can't wait for Anthony and Jimmy to see the giant garbage pails that they have now added to the studio, thinking logically this makes sense.
They're fantastic.
At least the rug is clean.
I don't know. It's just,
look at the rug. The rug is fucking filthy.
Yeah. It's just unbelievable. Sam, could we figure out, or Mars or somebody? I want to find out who decided that we needed these giant garbage pails.
You'll never get an answer.
I know. That's why we're doing this.
It'll be a consortium of people that are responsible, nameless, faceless members that reside upstairs.
I think they're fucking with us.
I think they're fucking with us.
Because down the hall is a tiny little blue wastebasket. That's when you want one of these in the hall where you have a lot of foot traffic.
You're fucking right. Look at that. There's a small, tiny garbage pail in the hallway where it's a communal garbage pail. So that's a little one. This should absolutely be there, and that should be there.
I think they're fucking with us.
Why would they do that?
I think they fucking just hate our guts.
Why do you do that?
Who did we piss off? There's no way logically this makes sense.
All right, guys. Get this. Sit down. You're going to love this one. Let's put giant garbage pails in their studio. Like these closed-door meetings with everybody. Oh, that's fucking classic.
Or maybe they're trying to throw us off. They're like, okay, we know they're going to bitch. But maybe if we throw giant garbage pails in there,
they won't bitch about the important things.
They'll just bitch about this.
They'll be distracted by the shiny object.
Right.
The big garbage pails.
They're huge.
There's 2 of them.
I know.
This is funny. Kevin from Connecticut just said, did Opie just really say, who did we piss off?
Yeah.
That's funny.
What are you going to do? There's 2, Sam.
There's 2.
Giant garbage pails in our studio.
It can be less necessary.
Right?
Yeah.
The room feels smaller because of the garbage cans.
Yeah.
That's how big they are.
You could feel it.
Plus, that's the corner that everybody has to go in to set up the video cameras.
It's the worst place for a giant garbage pail. It's the worst place.
Guys, at every, you know how at every meeting they talk about that animation festival? No matter what, get this, guys, get this. No matter what happens, make like we never heard it. At every meeting. It's got to get them so pissed off.
And then, so the animation festival, which I don't believe will ever happen.
I know.
But it's the first time Greenstein heard about it, and he thinks it's a great idea. I'm like, holy fuck, we should have been up to the 5th one by now. We wanted to do that once a year.
We have very talented people.
We thought it would be a great fucking event.
That out there that could do animation very well. They take clips from the show.
Right.
They animate them. And then we have a big event and play them and celebrity panel judges them. And it's just a great night.
Yeah, a lot of people, you know, went there, and the videos are online. I remember originally people were saying that it wasn't worth it because they couldn't make money off it or it cost too much money, something like that.
Always a cost issue.
Something like that. Travis?
I know why the garbage pails are here.
Okay.
Oh.
I asked my superior.
Who's your superior?
Gary.
I thought he was out I thought he was in D.C.
It's the magic of text messaging.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And?
This is the first step in cleaning up the studio.
What? Just fill the space that's dirty with garbage cans. But why not just take the garbage out and then put 2 small ones in there, which would clean up and...
But these go to 11.
Or what? Maybe one giant... You don't need 2 giant garbage pails.
Just going to wheel in one of those big blue dumpsters.
A dumpster!
Yeah, right, a giant dumpster, Sam.
Fucking Jeff.
Said it. It's mine.
Although fucking Dr. Chip yesterday had me fucking howling.
Yeah, I know. That was a good bit. Very good bit.
It was fucking roaring.
Dr. Chip is number 2 to Chip Waldman for me.
Oh, it's
Chip
really?
Waldman's still my favorite.
Chip Waldman's very good.
So yeah, that's why we got the garbage.
So it's the first step.
What do you mean the first steps? Do you hear what... You're hearing this, right? This corporate nonsense, the first step. How about you just clean the studio? It'll take an hour.
Yeah.
The problem wasn't lack of garbage cans. It was people weren't putting things into the garbage. We didn't need more cans.
I will be in charge of this studio, and I'm going to clean up this studio. Yeah.
A clean studio, that'll be the day.
That'll be the day.
So the radio wizard signed off on the big giant garbage pails?
Radio wizard.
Why doesn't he throw himself into one of these things? And we'll wheel him out and give him a proper burial in a dumpster.
Oh, no.
This is what we deal with.
Yeah. Well, the garbage pail. So it came from who's the actual person that said, let's get bigger garbage pails in there?
I can ask.
And what's the conversation? The guys are complaining that the studio is dirty in the morning. Oh, we must need giant garbage cans in there.
And it wasn't the fact that it's our studio. We never complained that our studio has too much hoarder home style garbage laying around it. We said the studio's cluttered. There's stuff from various, programs and things and just clutter in here. Bringing bigger and more garbage pails in here just clutters it up more. Yeah. We didn't say we need more room for the garbage that's laying all around the studio. They just missed the point.
They're just so stupid.
At least the light's back.
Yeah,
hey,
I'm kind of surprised.
I am too. I thought that
I'm very surprised by
I thought that bracket was going to be empty for years to come. Like the fucking when the wall came down.
Could you open the door for me, please?
Oh no!
I'll open it for you.
Oh boy, there it goes.
The giant garbage can.
Hope he's picking up
Surprised
one of the giant garbage pails. and here.
That was really loud.
Oh, here comes garbage pail number 2. It's there goes that one got body slammed really onto the floor, and
I'm gonna have to pay for that one, but
there they are. Yeah, look, it's Denny down the hallway.
Jesus Christ!
So is that a no thank you on the garbage can?
Yeah, no.
That, I think, is a...
Back to the drawing board.
Yeah, that's...
Gary doesn't know whose idea it was.
I can't wait to bring my son in here.
He doesn't know.
So he could point at Gary and go, look what you did.
Gary doesn't know whose idea the garbage pails are. See, this is exactly what I say.
Right.
Says,
no one will know.
He says, I don't know. Easy enough to swap them out. I'll let him know.
Oh, yeah.
Opie's one step ahead of him.
Yeah,
no.
They've been swapped
Not waiting
out.
for you.
Opie just gorilla press slammed them down the hallway, so no problem.
But
the one broke,
know.
too.
It did.
Yeah, they're going to make me pay for it.
But he doesn't know.
Huh?
How does he not know whose idea the garbage pails are? Oh, boy.
Yeah, you can't know why they're there, but then who did you have the conversation with?
Right. Exactly.
How did you get the information that's why they were...
Yeah.
What else happened in the meeting? I'm trying to remember. Oh.
Well, Scott,
I try to call him out on the bus tour. He goes, "Oh, it's on the calendar for September."
budget signed.
Budget signed.
Budget for it is signed.
I go, but we've been talking about this for over a year. Isn't that a problem?
It's a done deal. It's a done deal.
Wasn't there something else that happened instead, though? Like there was another project that happened. Like what? The big dance thing happened instead.
In Miami.
Fall's bigger than
No, he
spring.
said. He said something about we don't want to compete with summer events. Someone told him that we don't want to compete with summer events. It was more just bullshit.
But we wanted it to do it in early spring.
We wouldn't be competing with summer events. Yeah.
No.
You know what? That's a great point.
We would have done it already. If we would have done it when we wanted to do it, we would have done it. It would have been in the history books of the O&A show.
Like a month ago.
Right. Yeah. Not summer. It was freezing. It's been freezing.
But he said in the meeting, you don't want to fucking compete with summer events.
Yes. The lazy, hazy, crazy days of April.
And what else? I don't even know what else happened there.
Well, he got a little paranoid. Well, because Opie thought it would be a good idea to bring his camcorder in and lay it on the armrest of his chair, pointing directly at Scott. Now, to Opie's defense, I noticed that the lens cover was closed. It wasn't open. It wasn't recording. But
I just placed it in the worst place possible. He looks at me. He goes, "Are you recording
this?"
And then I had to, like, over the top explain I'm not. And I go, "Look, you can check for yourself."
No. I swear.
And then he suggested an event for us.
Oh, okay.
He knows I'm sort of a hockey fan.
Oh, no, the event.
An Islanders fan.
Oh, no.
Islanders won last night 6-4.
Yeah.
Over the Penguins. Great game.
Did you tweet anything like, "Yeah, go Islanders,
miss you.
in the lead, here they go"?
I did.
Oh, you did?
I couldn't help myself.
Oh.
And it worked out last night. What I tweet? I forget. I wrote, I just wrote hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
I wrote hell yeah when I believe the Islanders tied it up at that point. So I just wrote hell yeah.
Uh-huh.
And people were like, "Holy shit, keep your fucking mouth shut."
How far were, what was their lead at that point?
No, I think that's when they tied it.
Oh,
at 3.
It
was a great game. Anyway.
Yikes.
So Greenstein has a feeling that I'm an Islanders fan, and he suggested, a big event for us.
Cool.
He wants us to broadcast from the Nassau. I swear to God. And back me up.
I'm right here.
He said, he goes, "I don't know. How about you guys broadcast from the Nassau Coliseum? And I don't know, like, try to save the Islanders."
From what?
From moving.
Isn't everybody excited about the move?
Everybody is excited.
I didn't even know what to say at that point. And I was nice. I said, well, they actually signed their new lease for Brooklyn.
There isn't one Islanders fan
fucking, arena
that isn't excited about the Islanders going to Brooklyn, a new fucking arena. Well, why would we save that?
There are people bummed, but the time to, quote, try to save the Islanders with a wacky radio bit that the home of rock and roll should be doing, not the Opie and Anthony show, a goof event, would have been when they were trying to figure out if they were going to build a new one.
Save the Coliseum! Save the Coliseum!
Or how about this? You go to the new Brooklyn place and do like a fake blockade, almost like George McGovern blocked. Didn't they block the fucking colleges in the 60s so students couldn't get in?
Yeah.
That's what we should do with the Islander thing.
It wasn't George McGovern, it was George Wallace.
Oh, I'm sorry, George Wallace.
Jeez, poor McGovern. You just made him a racist. He's dead, though. So. Fuck him.
I didn't know what to say to that one.
Yeah.
I got really uncomfortable
I did
how
too.
out of touch that was.
I had all of a sudden, in an instant, the image of an event like that was in my head. I pictured the crackly parking lot of the Nassau Coliseum.
No, they made it a little better.
Did they?
Yeah,
a
little bit. A couple years ago, they paved it fine.
All right. Okay, the nice parking lot.
Yeah.
Us there with, some fucking, the old Sirius XM van. I don't know.
Right.
And a smattering of people.
Right.
And the whole thing being embarrassing because no one was there.
And the point of reference for the listeners that are all over the country that don't know what the Nassau Coliseum is.
It's a shithole.
Exactly. That's all. You guys have only described it as a complete shithole.
A shithole.
It's the worst arena in hockey.
So,
I can't think of one that's worse.
No, you're right, yeah.
Why would people then listening in Oklahoma get excited to hear O&A or going to that?
Well, because he knows I'm an Islanders fan.
Do you think people would fly in from other states to be part of that event?
No, they don't want to save the Islanders.
Who cares, right?
It doesn't matter.
And then he said something like, yeah, they had a really good year. They had a pretty good year, I think he said. I go, they're still playing. They're in the playoffs. Yeah, I know, Tavares. He just throws a name at me.
He loves throwing names out.
He just threw a name at me like, no, see, I know. But he didn't know.
I know Bossy.
Right.
What?
He goes, yeah, Tavares.
Yeah.
That's all he said.
What?
You think you just memorized the name?
Yeah. I wanted to say, you don't know they're in the fucking playoffs, do you?
No, I don't. But now I do, and we'll work on that. Like, here's the deal. Let's say we were able to do some kind of a summer event, a beach party, much like we did up there in fucking Buffalo, but you know, without maybe getting arrested. I don't know. Something like that. Now, for that, you could picture people going like, I'm from fucking Chicago, but I am flying there because this is going to be a sick fucking summer drinking chicks party thing. Now, that same guy, you think he's going to be like, fucking Nassau Coliseum parking lot, fucking Islanders.
Sure, you cook up some dogs.
Yeah.
Hey, bring me a dog.
Even
Islanders.
No.
Even if
You don't
had,
like that idea, Jimmy?
I can't even put into words how much I hate it. I wouldn't do it.
Fucking great idea.
Oh, fuck yeah. You save the Islanders, we're all in the parking lot, get some fucking bikes or something. Hey, you take a ride, I'll take a ride. What the fuck?
Even if you had to do like an Islanders event.
Then it killed me that I had to be polite because they didn't have a microphone in front of me. You know, because then you could tell people, like, we're just doing it for the radio. You know?
Right.
We have to pump shit up for the radio.
Exactly. Like
but when
this.
but when you're in his office, you have to be polite about it. Like, and make believe it might be a good idea, but obviously, you know, we'd rather do something different, I said.
That's something somebody that used to be involved in the show didn't understand. When you're in that boss's office, see, it's not the show. Whoops.
Why wouldn't you attach yourself to like the newness of it's a new stadium.
Brooklyn.
We're in Brooklyn. Brooklyn's cool. The stadium's cool. The Islanders are coming here, like welcoming.
But that's right. The rest of the country, we do talk to the country at this point.
They wouldn't care.
It would have to be something that's very universal and things that people would like. Everyone loves a good beach event, summer event, chicks, you know, that stuff. That you're going to fucking hop on a plane for.
Well, we'll try to come up with some kind of event. That's what we finally told them.
Yep.
We're like, look, we got to think about it, you know.
How about a giant Pop-Tart at Madison Square Garden?
Oh, God.
No?
When are we writing the book?
I got it.
It's time to write the book.
Oh, my God.
To call out all this nonsense.
Oh, Jiminy Cricket.
And then no visual element.
That
got shut down again. They can't make money at it.
Can't make money.
And they want to make money as a company. I go, fuck everyone else. I said, make a deal for just us.
They don't see
who cares about everybody else?
They don't see
That's
the
what
upside.
I said, fuck everyone else. Make it, you know, if we're a high-profile show, make a deal for us.
They want a good business model
for
that,
everybody.
Gets money without
everybody.
You know, they don't want to sacrifice content without any revenue.
So the visual element's going to take some time still. Yeah. So the one thing that came out of it is the podcast, and I'll believe it when I see it.
How about, why couldn't they do something where on their own website, we have cameras in here, and they stream the show on their own website, and you have to, like if you were listening online, you know, put in your fucking account information so that now you get people that are already subscribing, so they're getting money from it. It's on their own website, so it's driving traffic to their website, and we now have a visual element.
He said something about satellites, Wi-Fi. Remember that one?
I didn't get it either. You're right. I forgot that
He
part.
has a great way of just fucking, just throwing you off the fucking scent.
It has nothing to do with the satellites.
And how do you come back from satellites, Wi-Fi?
Satellites, Wi-Fi. Yeah, with some technical reason. And with the app, he mentioned the app.
And then, of course, I don't know that shit, so I can't even argue the satellite Wi-Fi argument.
But could you imagine you got your phone and you click on something, an app, and there we are, fucking the televised version of the program as we're doing this show. But so... How people do that all the fucking time. I do it from my basement.
He said, two technologies.
Two technologies, so Wi-Fi, satellites, outer space, booster rockets, booster rockets.
I do little morning shows on the road that have that. I do like little regular terrestrial radio shows.
You can fucking click on a website of a radio station and get cameras.
Scott and Todd have it.
It comes down to this. It was pretty obvious. They can't make money at it, so they don't give a fuck about our personal happiness. Our personal happiness and a business model that makes some money have to match up. You get it?
But they would make money. That's what I don't understand.
They're
not seeing the big picture.
I said not everything is black and white where you're making money at something, you know, right off the bat. down the road you fucking benefit.
But you got to get, entrenched. You got to get in there.
Here's the business model. You do a best of show. I mean, how does Howard pull it off? Because he knows because he controls it. You do a best of show or whatever, and you do it once a week. You get a network or a television channel to show it. That's how you make fucking money.
There you go.
Here's how you make money. You go to, whether it's not DirecTV, maybe you go to somebody else. You go, hey, look, we're going to do a once a week 1 hour show. We would like to show it on your platform. Oh. Okay, you sell advertising during said program.
Right.
Nah, he said Mark Cuban is interested, but isn't willing to pay for it or something like that.
Was that one of the things?
Yeah, but Mark Cuban doesn't spend a lot on any of his shows, so there's not.
Was that one of the things he said, not for air? I don't remember. He said a couple things. He goes, "This isn't for the air."
Ooh,
I don't know.
I didn't purposely say that.
Yeah.
Was it?
I don't know. I forgot what wasn't for air and what was.
Honestly, so did I.
Garbage pails for the air.
Okay.
They're still laying out there.
New York Islanders idea for the air.
Oh, how could it not be? Get the people crazy.
Get the people crazy.
Oh, shit. Was that one not for the air?
It doesn't matter. It's not going
to
happen
know.
anyway.
I'm sure.
But you didn't come up. You didn't say the idea.
Yeah, there's no real secret. You know, Mark Cuban certainly would love to get involved. He's told us personally. He goes, well, we should try to figure something out. I said, yeah, let's try to figure something out.
They've looked at various places and talked with various people about some type of visual element, but it's more a platform-wide thing, and they just haven't heard the right business model yet to do that. That was what we heard.
I could talk about the conversations I've had with Mark Cuban. He would love to figure something out with our show.
Yeah.
And his, what is it, Access or something like that?
Access TV, whatever. Yeah. It's all live stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He would love to figure something out, and we certainly would too. And we don't give a fuck about the money as much as, raising our profile out there.
And the more people that can see it, the more people that might get the service.
That's what it is.
It's almost like when you do a commercial, instead of a 30-second commercial, it's a 1 hour commercial.
Yeah. It's they don't see the value in promoting the platform and the show. They need some type of immediate revenue stream coming in, and so they don't really know that it's a good thing just to put it out there.
Well, Blatter did tell him that the show's never sounded better in the 4 years he's been working with us.
That's true. Yes, he did.
And to summarize, here's the problem. They are very happy with this radio show. It's very successful for Sirius XM.
Yes.
But we're bored as shit. And just want more for ourselves and more for, obviously the listeners and the show in general. And it's not matching up.
Yeah.
Because right now they're like, we're very happy with this show category. They probably have a category of only just a handful of fucking shows that they know are successful and they're very happy with. And we're in that.
Yeah.
In that bucket, that corporate bucket.
Yeah, they're making some cash. They're happy with that end of it. But,
we just want more for ourselves.
More for ourselves as far as, creativity goes. The fact that the spontaneity factor is gone from, hey, we got a phone call. This guy and girl want to come up and do this. That's gone. Mm-hmm. We don't have that. And then we heard, well, what about the fishbowl? It's like, no, you don't understand. We can't get a spur of the moment phone call and go, now let's move everything into the fishbowl and fucking, in the middle of the lobby, we're going to have a fucking guy and a girl fucking or something.
Right.
No, you don't understand.
We have to schedule the fishbowl, and then they have to set up the fishbowl for our broadcast.
Then, of course, you need security to screen everyone that's coming in during a certain time. It takes away that element of just, hey, we got a caller that wants to come in and do this. So that has been, we used to get a lot of that at NEW and even at XM. We got that, but
that's not changing anytime soon either.
No,
because they're just happy with the show. They're like, look, they gave us our own studio. I guess that's supposed to be special because other people share studios. And, it's making money for the company, and they checked us off like good.
All right.
They like these guys, and they're doing great.
Let's look. Yep. In the red, in the black. They were in the black. Good.
That's it.
Okay. Good show. That's a good show.
We just want more for ourselves.
And by more, you don't even mean money. You mean more
no.
like things that will make the show better.
Yeah. Yeah, money would always be good, but it's not our our number one motivation by any means. I just want to, I want the show available to a lot more people.
Yeah.
A lot more people. The podcast will certainly help us out, though. I think we'll do very good. I think we'll do really good numbers on there because they'll be able to just download it to their phone very, very easily. Right alongside all the other big podcasts out there.
Exactly.
So.
Uh-oh, another load of garbage coming in.
Yeah.
God damn it. And I mean the guy bringing it. I'm kidding, Kenny.
All right, well. Was that it for the meeting?
There are other things that can't be discussed.
What was it?
Oh, great. What? What do I have to be told?
Well.
You know, the
Why are you not facing me?
I can't.
What am I not being told?
I swear to God, I don't. Oops,
I know what he means.
What? No, you don't.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Uh-huh.
I got it.
Yeah. So,
I think my favorite part was the animation festival.
I couldn't believe it.
That is a good one.
I think the Islanders broadcast is my favorite.
My favorite part is, all right, take it easy. When we shook hands and I was able to fucking leave
How
the
long
office.
was the meeting?
I don't know, 45 minutes maybe.
Yeah, about 45.
In the big man's office?
Yeah, you know it was really cool, though? Where I was sitting, he's got this table in front of me, right? And there's, it's like a magic fucking, one of those magic wooden boxes. It's built very nicely. And it's got these shelves that pull out from each side of the table. And it's a nice kind of dovetail joint thing. And I was able to take my foot, put it underneath, and pull out and push in the little sliding part of the table the whole time. Yeah.
A little something to keep yourself occupied?
Yes! It was cool as fuck. It slid so smoothly on just the wood.
Nice.
Like, it was built very nice. Very nice. A lot of craftsmanship went into it.
I'll end with some positivity. You completely understand why Scott Greenstein has that gig.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you have to be an amazing bullshit artist.
You have to be able to appease people.
It's a lot of shows to keep happy.
Really is.
There were a lot of promises made in that, false promises made in that office.
Yeah.
But like Ann said, he was throwing names out like, okay, get him on that one, get him on that.
Yeah.
Because I think they're going to try to rearrange the furniture in here.
Yeah.
To make a little more room for us in this tiny little spot.
Do you really think they are? Or do you
No.
think? No.
But he threw a name out and everything. Like, get blah, blah, blah.
Steve, get Kevin Lang on that. Kevin Lang is big. This guy, you're going to love him. And we never see these people.
It's like watching Shelley from Glengarry Glen Grace, book me 2 tickets.
Yes.
That's it. Yes.
And
he just comes up with these names.
We leave the office with a lot of promises, and then one by one, they'll just fall by the wayside.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said to the guys afterwards, I'm like, look, if we got the podcast and that's all that came out of this, then that's good enough for me, because you can't have high expectations that the other shit will be done.
Right.
I say nothing happens with the studio, making it smaller or this area smaller so we have more room in here.
Yeah, the console.
I don't believe we're going to actually broadcast from a bus in the fall.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
But the budget's done. Signed. It's over.
But the idea is when he says stuff like that about the budget and he throws names out, at least in that moment, that's the end of the conversation.
Yes.
No, I just said it. It's done.
That's what it is.
That's what I'm trying to say. You can't argue if you're saying it's done.
Yes,
you win.
yes.
Right.
Like, it's just like, yep, you guys are right.
Because I
You
did
win.
try with but we've been working on this for a year. He goes, it's done. It's happening in September.
yeah.
But we also were told it was done for the spring.
Well, it's done now.
Right.
It's done. It's done. Steve, Tom Douglas is going to fill that one for us. Get Tom on it. Tom has done so many great things for this company, and he's gonna jump on this. You're gonna love how he handles this. Who? Where?
Next time, go in with a company directory and start checking names.
Go what?
Yeah, this guy died in 2009.
The hell is this? Bill Clay? It's Bill Clay.
Mel Karma, who? Yeah, get Hugh on that. Hugh, call Hugh P on the phone. Get him on that.
You know what sucks? I want to throw out my coffee cup, and I can't.
I know, because now we have no garbage pills. We have no garbage pills.
How about go grab
now.
that blue one down the hall? Have someone grab that. That's our
true.
garbage
That's
pill.
all we need is a little blue wastebasket in here.
It needed the money.
A little blue one. Not stadium garbage pails.
Well, how's it ever going to get clean in here if you don't fill up all possible floor space with garbage cans?
I don't know. By the way, I'm a big fan of Plugola. My razors came in today.
Oh.
That's not Plugola.
DollarShaveClub.com. See, we're not even doing a live read right now, but I am a fan.
Yeah.
And now that I finally shaved the old beard, I definitely need more razors, and my razors came in today.
That's not Payola, though.
And I'm not
Plugola.
paying for these razors whatsoever.
But they're a sponsor, so that's allowed.
Right.
And razor blades.
Hey, there's the little garbage pail. Nice.
You hear it?
I heard it.
You hear that?
That's fucking...
Went in nice, right?
Boy. Now
Where am I
it's-
supposed to put my stuff in?
That's true.
Yeah, we need another wastebasket.
Give me a little small one.
We need the one that's on the side of the... Yeah. Take that. All right. All right. Here's what we're going to do, Mars.
Yes, sir.
See that garbage pail next to the printer?
Yes.
That's a big one, though.
But it's flatter.
It was here before.
And we do need
All right.
we need one of a little bit of size here.
It is
because
half.
that's yours personal garbage pail.
Ooh.
This is the entire thing. So that goes against the wall. Look. See, it's flat.
And
It's nice.
flush. And it's
Now-
half the size of the one we just broke.
Now we take the
All right.
shitty big pail and we put it against there so they could use it.
Or
The
do you
perfect.
wait? Or do you want the blue wastebasket that's coming in now?
No, I don't think we need
Well,
that.
you sure?
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
nice. A
It
small
really is
wastebasket.
nice, man. Look at that.
How teeny and tiny. Hooty doody doody.
Man, try them both out.
Don't we need...
Just try them both out.
All right, put that one there. Okay, I'll take them both for a little test drive, and we'll see which one I go home with. What would it take to put you in this garbage pail? Mars, do you know
A merger.
who ordered
The giant
garbage pails?
I have no idea.
Were they here first thing this morning? Like,
First thing this morning.
So somebody
So
put 'em in last night.
sometime between yesterday and today, garbage pails.
Can I, Mars?
Yes, sir.
I'm looking at Hispanics a little differently today. I'm sorry.
Whoa!
I'm sorry, buddy.
But I told
That
Oh,
Cleveland
right.
situation. I'm
Cleveland.
looking at the
Yeah, but I
Hispanics a
told
little
you guys.
differently
You
today.
mean
Told us.
respectfully?
He did.
I did tell you guys that Latinos are, they're sexual deviants.
Why is that?
I don't know.
In general, that's a big fucking bold statement coming from, by the way, the Latino.
Well,
That didn't come from us.
Well,
Gringos.
it's called Latin lover. You get this passion of. Hold on. I missed. Maybe we do need the bigger
I went
guy.
right into the small one.
See?
I don't know, Mars.
I need to try it out a little more.
the fuck's going on up there in Cleveland?
No, it's.
And what is wrong with these fucking neighbors?
They called the cops a couple times.
You reading the shit? There was a naked girl in the yard and another girl in chains, and the neighbors are. Some of them did call the cops, but the cops aren't really checking out the situation
Yeah, they dropped the
properly.
Yeah, they called the police.
Holy fuck!
They should have told the cops it was a white girl. Then they would have bashed the fucking
Oh,
doors.
yeah.
in, you know.
I mean, and then at one point, there's one of the women is on the second floor staring out the window with a little kid. And the whole neighborhood, didn't think this guy had a wife, a girlfriend, or a kid. So that should have been some suspicion, because obviously she's staring out in a way like, wow, I wish I could go outside. And next thing you know, the dude realizes she's looking out the window and causing suspicion. So he blocks that window.
Yeah.
And that doesn't get the neighbors a talking?
The cops were called 2 years ago for a naked woman in the yard.
Right.
I mean, how many times was this ball fucking dropped?
How many times have the neighbors called you on a naked woman in the yard?
You know what? They don't call, but apparently, from speaking to the kids at that birthday party, they look out the window.
Right.
They've watched out the window. Yeah. And they're not there against their will at my house, for the most part.
They were at least very good-looking guys.
Smart.
They were good-looking guys. The three
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
I can't even imagine what went on in that house.
Fucking nasty motherfuckers.
What's the 5 pregnancies about I'm reading about today?
Yeah, they
5
There were
pregnancies.
5 pregnancies. Now, whether that
In the
means
house?
does that mean 5 kids? Or does that mean a few abortions?
Probably 5 abortions or 4 abortions in one birth. That's what's in the yard, probably.
Yeah, they were impregnated a total of 5 times, resulting in the birth of 1 child.
So doesn't that
all right, I got all the
tell you that they had to go to some place to get this abortion?
Really, right?
Why don't you say, excuse me?
Yeah.
Help!
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if that's the truth, they wouldn't have buried them in the yard.
Did they bury the
I'm thinking they
abortions in the yard?
There was another girl there, too. One girl said when she got there in 2002 or 2003, there's another woman there briefly.
A 4th?
Another woman.
That would be a 4th woman?
Yeah. That's one of the girls.
They're going to find a dead
Oh,
body.
but you think this is going to turn out to be a house of horrors? House of horrors for the news?
House of
Women
horrors.
held in House of horrors.
Yes.
I like a good House of Horrors on the news.
Well, why don't we do this? I got a whole fact sheet of the latest on the Cleveland situation.
Yeah.
We'll go down. There's like 12 new things. And then we got the Charles Ramsey shit.
Charles Ramsey, hero, national hero. There should be a Charles Ramsey Day, at least in Cleveland.
Him and his goons.
He
travels with his goons now.
He has become more of the story than the story.
Of course. And
people love him.
He's got an entourage, and he's dressing a lot nicer already.
And there was an article from a black woman talking about the black witnesses, the black neighbors of all these various news stories that are over the top and entertain us. And they're on YouTube. They become viral videos. They become songs. And she's very upset that that is completely racist and can't understand why we look at black people as entertainment, as they play the fool, and we build this up. It's like,
she's an idiot.
Funny's funny, motherfucker. And sorry that it's all black people that are on the news and we're cracking up.
I'm sorry, but why does she blow off the white people that are doing the exact same shit?
Because
there's a handful of white people that are also, acting like fools.
Because that's what these racist black people do. They're of the most racist that I've ever seen. In that black racists will adhere to race more than any other race of people. It's insane. So this woman that was writing this is a complete racist.
But black people have a thing that we don't. Like, white people never get mad at each other.
Big dicks? What?
Exactly. Big, delicious. White people never get mad at each other for clowning for black people.
Yeah.
Black people will get mad at each other for clowning for white people.
Yes.
That's one dynamic that blacks have with each other that whites don't have with each other.
Yeah.
Like I would never accuse you of playing the fool for black. Like, you just wouldn't. It's not something that's in our psyche as a race.
You think black people watch like could be a crackhead?
Yeah.
And go like, oh man.
Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Let's get Patrice's take on this next. And that's right.
He would have a ball with this one.
How fucking great it would be to get his whole
Charles Ramsey
Latino angle on it with the women and then the Charles Ramsey angle on it. It's just fucking no one can come in and give us that part of the story. Sucks.
We just got Mars, basically saying that all Latinos.
We got Mars, and we got fucking 2 giant garbage pills.
Yeah, and
that's what we get now. That's what we get now.
That's all we have now.
Which actually it just amounts to 3 garbage pills.